Today is January 29th, and I just now planted some cabbage seeds. I would have liked to get some more planted, but these turned out to be, I had 10 seeds of the kind of cabbage that I wanted. The only other kind that I had was some early Jersey Wakefield, and we just don't like those too much. So I planted 10 seeds. I said I wasn't going to plant this early. I planted too early last year and it ended up just not working out, but I couldn't stand it anymore. So this is our plant rack that we made last year. And I just wanted to show you, you don't have to have anything big or fancy to start seeds. The first year that we started, we just started them on the floor under these fluorescent lights. And you can get these, this is the box that they come in. I got these at Lowe's for about, I think, $12, and then you have to buy the bulbs. Always be sure to get the daylight colored bulbs. They give off the right kind of light that the plants need. But anyway, so we just put this together in about a day, I think it took us to make it. And it worked really good for us last year. We can start, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can start 8 flats at a time under these lights. And that's my helper. Isaac, hey. He stayed out of the dirt so far, so that's good. This is the dirt that I used. Grady and I went out and got it. I mixed about a half a bucket of compost with just some dirt that we had out there in the field. And then we went through it and kind of tried to sift out any rocks or like big pieces of wood chips. They probably should have come out, but they can come out later. And it's really loose and light, so I don't think it'll pack or get too hard. But so that's the dirt that I used. And so yeah, I think I'm gonna start some lettuce seeds too. We have our seed storage here because it stays a pretty good temperature here year round. Yeah, these are the seeds. I think I'm going to plant some that I had from last year. We have Speckles lettuce. This is Amish heirloom. We really liked that last year. I think it's a butter crunch variety. And then here we have regular butter crunch. We usually get our seeds from Twilly. They're usually really good. They have a really good germination rate. We got an email the other day that they're a little bit backed up so far this year. That Vulcan is a leaf lettuce. Thank you, Isaac. This Vivian is a leaf lettuce too. There are some other things. So I think I'm going to start some Speckles, maybe a couple butter crunch lettuce too. Thank you. Here, have that one. This was the only other kind of cabbage seed that I had. We didn't really like this last time. The heads were really loose. We like a cabbage that has a really tight head and you can use for storage too. These just didn't do that good, so I think I'll just put them back in there and wait until I can get a different variety. Alright, so let's go before we have seeds all over the floor. With these lettuce seeds, I don't even bother trying to get just 1 or 2 in a hole. I'll just thin them out if too many come up. They're too small to worry about getting just 1 in a hole. I'm planning on starting some plants to sell again this year too. And I'll do those later. It's just going to be for us to get us something going. Like I said, it's a little early. I probably shouldn't even be doing this early, but it'll be all right. That's the greenhouse that we're working on. We got a little bit farther on it since my last video. And even if it was finished now, we'd still be starting the seeds inside before we put them out there. Just because it's super cold right now. It's colder than we usually get. I think it's supposed to get down to 16 tonight. You want the light really close to the flats or the little, whatever you're planting in. You want the lights really close to them at first until the plants start coming up. And it actually won't hurt them at all for the plants to touch those lights. But I have these on chains and I just lift them up as the plants get bigger. But if your light is too far from them, they'll get really leggy. And that's, a lot of people have trouble starting plants in the windowsill. Like I could just, you know, put some pots or something down here, but then they wouldn't get enough light and they'd get pretty leggy. Also, don't be like me and forget to label what you planted where. Be sure to stick a sticker or a tape or something on there and label it. So I'm going to go do that right now before I forget what's what. Something else I learned that was really helpful is to have one of these in the room that you have your plants in. It's a thermometer, a barometer, and it gives you your humidity of the room. So that helps you make sure that the temperature stays good, it doesn't get too hot or too cold, and it also helps with the humidity to make sure it's not too humid and you could end up with some mold issues on your dirt, or so it doesn't get too dry too. So it's helpful to have one of those in the room. Well, that's it. It's nothing much and it's nothing fancy, but it's something started. And hopefully soon all these shelves will be full of plants. I'd also like to ask you, do you start your own seeds too? And if you do, what kind do you like? Or when do you start? Do you have a setup like this, or do you do something different? So let me know in the comments if you would. And also, if you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. And you can follow along and see what happens with these seeds. So thanks for watching.